Begging squirrels. Look at them. Hi, squirrels. That one in the parking lot. Don't get run over. Squirrels and the ducks. Hi. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I wish humans could get along as well as how animals do. Looks like Mama and the 3 kids enjoying their breakfast this morning. Notice how they eat. Always grazing, eating plants, and yet their bodies are nice and lean and strong. And the expression, nothing runs like a deer. Anyhow, another moment in nature. You hear that sound? Those are called cicadas. In my understanding, that's the males that make that sound to attract the female. And every couple of years, these cicadas come out from underground. And there's another type of cicada that comes out every 17 years, which is really quite remarkable. But you can hear them. They're very noisy. Very noisy. Found another park. I just stumble upon them. And I'm checking this one out. But this is a very nice one. A lot of walking trails, bike trails here too. And runs along this creek here. It's in the 70s here in Ohio. Beautiful weather expected here for the next couple weeks. It's down in the 50s at night. I turned the air conditioner off last night. It was wonderful sleeping weather. And the weather is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's not hot, it's not humid. It's in the 70s. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can't ask for better weather. And I'm just sharing it with you guys wherever you are. I know I have people watching. And so I just share the beauty of nature. I mean, look at that. And the green up there. Look at that. And it's just so peaceful. With the stream, with the water flowing through. I mean, look at that. And I see periodically a deer or a couple deer walking through, just leisurely walking through. Then they'll stop and reach up to the trees and pull some branches down and nibble on the leaves. And it's just very, very relaxing. And no mosquitoes. I haven't had any problem with mosquitoes out here. So you could sit out here comfortably if you wanted to read a book or have lunch. You could do it. It's just absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in northern Ohio. It's just interesting to hear these cicadas. Just very interesting hearing them. And then all these little trails that go in and out through here. Really cool. Really cool walk. And a lot of big trees that I've seen. I know they've got to be hundreds of years old. Just these massive, massive trees. Just massive. That was a big tree that fell down. Now going right back into the earth. Check out the covered, or not the covered bridge, but the bridge over the creek. going under the bridge. And of course the graffiti. Set up camp, pitch a tent out here. Massive stone left over from the glaciers. Look at these rocks. Left here probably by the glaciers back in the day, millions of years ago, when this was all covered with ice, and that's what remains. I'm surprised there's no dates inscribed in them. 1922, Carl and Dorothy or something. Maybe. Let's take a look. Let's look at these stones. Look at these stones. Wow. That's a rock. Hey, you can come under here if it's raining. Well, maybe not. It's awfully wet in there. It's awfully wet in there. It is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Exploring. Getting out. Moving the body. Moving the body. We're all connected. We're all on this planet, terrestrial ball, floating in space. Just that small circle in the grand expanse of the universe. And there's planet Earth. And we're all on this planet, and we can't get along with each other. Isn't that sad if you think about it? It's so sad, and we just continue to have wars and dedicate millions and millions of dollars to military defense and the creation of weapons that are designed to kill other people. It's just sad. Part of humanity. You know? It really is. It really is sad. And you find peace where you can find it. And this is peaceful to me. It's therapeutic to me to be out here. Seeing the deer, squirrels. They don't hate anybody. They're just trying to survive. Living their life. living their life. Just like all of us, trying to survive. Trying to make sense of it all. Trying to make sense of it all. Day by day, I've been reading this philosopher, Arthur Schopenhauer. Quite an interesting man. His philosophy on life. The squirrel playing peekaboo with me. See him? Hi, squirrel. How you doing? Huh? How are you? Look at him. Isn't that amazing how they can climb? And they can cache their acorns and hide them, and then they can find them, which is amazing how they can do that. And what's going on in that squirrel brain? Look at him. Look at him. I wish I could do that. Oh, that was a nice little stretch you did there. Look at him stretching out. He's going to clean his face. That's impressive. That's impressive. That is impressive, squirrel. All right. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. He's still peeking at me. That's funny. Arthur Schopenhauer. I got his book in my backpack that I got on. Maybe I might read a little bit. Hey, there's a date. There's a date inscribed in the rock. I knew I'd find it somewhere. Wow, look at that. What date is that? October 7? What is that, 1910? 13? Oh no, that's spray paint. Never mind. I thought it was carved in the stone. Looks like somebody's just spray painting. Messing with me. Messing with me. And everywhere I go, I find, you see that? Metropolitan block. I find a lot of those blocks in a lot of parks and in the creeks. Yep. And I just wonder if that was part of the old, the brick roads that they had. But I do find a lot of those blocks. I could have quite a collection of those blocks if I wanted them. Yeah, really interesting. And then what year is that? That's going back some years. Maybe in the 20s, 30s. Or was that part of a building? Who knows? Yeah. Metropolitan block, Canton, Ohio. Right there. Yep, that's the stuff you find. Can you see that hawk or falcon? What is that? Big bird. I don't know if you can see him. He flew to another branch. Here's another angle of him. head can swivel around almost 360 degrees. He's just looking all the way around. Amazing. Oh, there he goes. Took off. Well, I didn't find any dates carved in stone, but I did find some dates carved in trees. Looks like 2015, 14, March 21st, 2015. I just wonder if these people are still together. The hearts, JH plus M something. Interesting. Any of you carved your name in a tree before? Not me. This is called Big Creek. The creek you've been seeing. So I'm hanging out by Big Creek. You can see how the water comes through here. And all the wood stacked up. Coming around here. Let's see what it looks like. It's all dammed up. It's all And then just as I speak about it, somebody running sounds like a chainsaw. Wow, look at that, man. Is there a tire in there? You see that? It's like a tire mixed in there. Wow, look at how it just all piled up here. It's got this thing blocked because the rest of the creek goes that way. Okay, it turns around, curves that way. Oh, look it, there's a crane. Everywhere I turn, there's like a different wildlife. You see him? Skinny crane. Just hanging out right there. Look at that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that water backed up all the way through here. Down through here. As I explore here. And then I can see the crane too, a little bit better. Yeah, I see them by themselves all the time, and they'll sit still and stand like that forever. They could stand out there 20, 30 minutes to an hour. They just stand there to position of attention. Don't even move. You think he was fake. And they just stand there. Look at them. They just stand there. Not even moving. And he'll come back 20 minutes later, he'll still be there, just like that. Amazing. There's the other side of the dammed up wood. So I guess it can, yeah, it's coming around this way. I guess the water can move. Switched over to my GoPro from my phone. The memory's used up on the phone. It can only hold so much video data. And that crane's still there. But he looks like he turned around though. He did move. All right. But going through the wooded area here, quite interesting. Saw some woodpeckers. Couldn't get them on camera quick enough, but they were huge. huge. So now I'm just wandering around. So far I've wandered around for 4 miles. Look at that, I've been out here 2 hours. I set my Garmin to just see how many miles I go out of curiosity. So far I've wandered around for over 4 miles. Oh, there's my grocery cart. I wondered where it went. Ah. Alright. You never know what you're gonna find around here. Look at that big tree. Man. And I'm sure it made a sound. I'm sure it made a sound when it fell. Well, now the squirrel's got a place to cross the... They can cross the creek now. The squirrels could cross the creek. But yeah, here I am, man. Got a backpack. And wandering around through here. It's like a maze. It's like, how do I get myself out of here? But yeah, man, 4.28 miles, you know, of just wandering around, soaking up the sun, being out here with nature. I guess that's another thing about being a single man is, you know, I can pretty much, you know, do anything that I want. And look at that, another butterfly. You see him? Look at that. And I can come around and I can do things like this. So that's one benefit of being a single person, is you can pretty much make your own schedule. And you're free. You know, it's a sense of freedom compared to somebody who's married with kids and all of the commitments that one has. But for me, I can just come and go, do what I want when I want to, and live a pretty peaceful life. And it's nice to have. It really is. And why would I want to ruin it now? You know, that's the thing. Why would I want to ruin it? I bet you those are deer prints. They sunk into the soft sand. But yes, I really treasure this. And but yeah, why would I ruin this? You know, the nice, peaceful, calm, pretty stress-free life, you know. I don't have to really worry about finances since I'm military retired, you know, with a pension. And it's just me. That's how come I can live on it. And I don't have to necessarily hold a job unless I wanted to. And so that's how come I'm able to do what I do. You know, people wonder, how is Jim doing that? How is he affording that? And but then they don't realize that, well, Jim never got married. He didn't have any kids. And so, you know, he just lived his life. He was able to retire early compared to some people who still have to work well into their 60s, you know. Whoops, dropped my glasses looking up at this big tree. Some of the original trees here. I love seeing it. So yeah, that's how come I'm able to just do this stuff. Uh-oh. Jim may have to turn around. Oh, maybe not. Well, look at that. Somebody made stairs. They made stairs. Look at that. Dirt stairs somebody made. And then we've got a log here. Somebody took the time to do that. Now, Jim, don't fall. Don't fall. You know, the key is that look to the end of the log. Look at that. Hi. You're walking your dog. Walking their dog. Look at where I ended up. Huh? It's just so peaceful. So yeah, you know, why would I ruin living a peaceful life? You know? Seriously. Does it get lonely? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, you know. I can get out, see people. I could still talk to people. And, what do they say? There's a difference between being lonely and alone. So, but yeah, so I treasure this. I definitely treasure being able to do what I can, you know, being able to do what I can do and come out and just enjoy life day by day. And I've been told that health and peace is some of the new wealth now for men in today's modern society. You know, and a lot of guys are staying such as I. We are remaining single due to of course the marriage system and the marriage laws and how it's a rigged system, and guys just aren't chancing it and not signing the marriage contract at all. So, hello. A guy walking by himself. You know, there's a lot of younger guys like that are doing life alone. I mean, you look at him as he's walking. You know, walking by himself. Does he have a girlfriend? He may not have. He might be one of those that's maybe he's awkward, doesn't, you know, he just doesn't seem to be able to get a girlfriend. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But a lot of guys, even though they can get girlfriends, like I could get a girlfriend if I wanted to. If I wanted to. But I think for a lot of us, we're just saying, you know, it's just it's just easier to just do life on our own, you know. So that's what we're doing, and or just dating, you know, here and there, or having relationships without getting the state involved. So, you know, they're not signing their name on signing the contract, where somebody can break it and benefit greatly by breaking the marriage contract, you know. So a lot of guys are waking up and wising up to that system. And this is the life that we're living it on our own terms, making our own schedule, and we're not tied to anybody's moods or emotions or things like that. So, yeah. How nice. I think I'm going to sit there for a minute. Right up underneath that tree. I want to show you guys this bridge. You don't see this very often. Kind of reminds me of the Brooklyn Bridge. That's got a lot of history to it. In Brooklyn, New York, the suspension bridge with the cables. Look at that. How it's using the cables anchored into the ground. And look at how it's all connected. For any of you engineers out there, check this out. And then you can tighten it up, you know, by turning these. But very unique bridge that they would build it with cables like that. Look at that. And it bounces a little bit when you walk on it. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? And then anchored on the other side as well. Look at that. Pretty cool. Just wanted to show that. You don't see that every day. Okay, I'm back from my walk. 5.7 miles of walking and wandering around. And yeah, great day. And I had mentioned Arthur Schopenhauer, and this is the book that I'm reading, The Wisdom of Life. Arthur Schopenhauer, German. He was born in Danzig, Germany, and he died in 1860, I believe it was. So he was a philosopher. And I think he was definitely aware of things before a lot of people. He was ahead of his time, I think. And just reading about him, I definitely could relate to a lot of his thoughts and wisdom, or his opinions on things. And he had a lot to say about love and marriage and relationships too. And you can look him up, and he has some great quotes. But here, you know, this AI now, when you look things up, here's what AI says about Arthur Schopenhauer. Famously viewed love and marriage with a pessimistic lens. He believed love was a deceptive illusion driven by the will to life, a powerful instinctual force to reproduce. He famously quipped, "To marry means to have one's rights and double one's duties." This quote, often cited, reflects his belief that marriage leads to a loss of individual freedom and increased obligations. Arthur, I can't say that. Arthur, I want to say author. Arthur Schopenhauer. And he had some other great quotes. If I can find them, let's see. Oh, let's see here. But yeah, you can look him up too. And so right now I'm reading this book. But yeah, I think sensed it. You know, even though I thought I would be married, but there was a part of me that knew that yes, you do lose a bit of freedom when you do decide to get married. And I think perhaps maybe I treasure that more than anything. I will leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the scenery, and I just share it with you. And So now I think I'm going to get lunch now, a late lunch, and enjoy the rest of the day. I hope this finds you well wherever you are, and able to enjoy the day as well. So until the next time, the next one, I will see you guys later. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. And be safe out there.